Hello, my name is Mike Ward. I'm the Global Director of Content at Informa Pharma Intelligence's Insights portfolio. This includes the likes of Script, Pink Sheet and In Vivo. We're here in Stockholm at the EBD Bio Europe Spring Meeting, and as you can tell there's a hubbub as investors and pharmaceutical companies and biotech executives all get together and do a lot of partnering. Last year was one of the best financing years for European biotech, and one of the largest Series A's financings that was actually completed last year was the $21 million fundraising by ReViral, right, your antiviral drug company, a drug discovery and development company, I guess, you're based in London. Max Herrmann, the CFO, is here to thank you for joining us. So, what did you say to the investors to actually get them to participate in the Series A about ReViral?
Right. Well, I think we're developing antiviral compounds for the treatment of respiratory syncytial virus, which causes a condition known as bronchiolitis in very young children and neonatal babies. And so that's an area of high unmet medical need. And so the development of antiviral therapies for that indication is seen as a very high demand from and commercially very potentially important. We've seen some other companies in this space develop programs into the clinical pipeline, into the clinic, that have led to very large transactions. So we obviously saw Alios being acquired by J&J for $1.8 billion as a result of their RSV antiviral compounds. So that gives the venture capitalists a rationale to believe that there is potentially, one, a very large market, and two, that there's a significant pharmaceutical interest from the major pharma companies in this space.
And the sort of the key asset, where did that originate?
So the key asset, which is called RV521, originated in ReViral. We discovered the molecule, and with seed funding from both sort of angel investors as well as from the Wellcome Trust, we were able to develop that to a late enough stage, but still early in a lifespan of a drug development program, to warrant investment from Orbimed and Edmund de Rothschild to do the Series A round.
Right. So what's so special, do you think, about the approach that you're taking then to tackle RSV?
Well, I think the major driver behind that was the team that is behind ReViral. So ReViral was founded by a group that had spun out of or had previously built up the business Arrow Therapeutics, which was sold to AstraZeneca. They were developing antivirals to both RSV as well as primarily at the time hepatitis C. And so it's got a great deal of expertise in antiviral development. Ken Powell is the executive chairman of ReViral, and he and Stuart Cockerell, who's the founding scientist, both have a very strong track records in both the chemistry and the virology behind development of antivirals. I think that was a key thing.
And the sort of evidence or the data, proof of concept, what were you able to show those Series A investors?
Well, I think the key is we had a program that demonstrated high potency, good oral availability, but more than that, we were able to, with the funding that was provided by the Wellcome Trust, were able to develop preclinical models that demonstrated good sort of safety profile of the program, so that we had a higher degree of confidence that once we took it into IND-enabling studies, which is what we're currently conducting, we had a good chance of getting into the clinic.
Right. And the $21 million that you raised, how do you anticipate that being spent?
So we're funded until the end of 2017, early 2018. That will fund us to both do where we are currently doing IND-enabling studies, then into human sort of safety studies, phase 1 studies, and then into what's called a challenge study, which is in healthy volunteers. And it's that which we believe will demonstrate proof of concept in man, where we show that this product, RV521, is actually an effective antiviral at dealing with RSV infections and is safe and well tolerated.
Right.
So that's the key.
And so, and you anticipate that timeline being by the end of 2017?
Yeah, by the end of 2017, early 2018, we should have the clinical data from the challenge study, and the funding was really to take us to that stage of development.
And then, I mean, you mentioned how, in this sort of antiviral space, we have seen, big pharma come in and make significant acquisitions of such assets, of companies. The sort of the commercialization plans for ReViral, how far were you intending to take the molecule yourselves?
Well, I think the intention from the investor's perspective is to develop the program through to proof of concept in man, and then find a partner, a major pharma company or another major partner to take it further forward. So, be it that a major biotech company or pharma.
Right, and then, so say if you get a deal for the molecule, what's the plan then? I mean, do you have other areas that you're looking at beyond RSV, or have you got different kinds of approaches to RSV?
So we think that RSV, like many of the antiviral spaces, will most likely need a multifactorial approach. So our first program, RV521, as I've mentioned, that's what's called a fusion inhibitor, and that's our lead program. But we are also working on replication inhibitors, and we see a portfolio of antivirals, a bit like we've seen with HIV and Hep C, where it's not just a single active ingredient that is used to generate the antiviral activity. Both for multiple reasons, really.
Right. And the so next milestone that we can actually the nearest term milestone is what can we expect? So
we're doing IND-enabling studies at the moment. Those should complete around the middle of this year, and then we intend to move into the clinic, into healthy volunteer studies in the second half of this year.
Okay, so you're at this partnering meeting. So are you looking to find partners or assets that you want to bring in-house, or financing? What's your main motivation for being here?
Well, you can tell obviously that we've now secured the funding, that we completed the Series A round in September last year. That now funds us for the next few years. So it's not really a funding event that we're looking for going forward. But we are trying to build the profile of ReViral, let it be better known in the pharmaceutical community, so that as we move forward with our clinical pipeline, that there will be interest and knowledge of the company to take it forward.
Good. Well, Max, thanks very much for stopping by and telling us about ReViral.
Well, thank you for the opportunity. Thank you.
Great. Cool.